Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to Trading Wave weekly market analysis, where we'll be looking at the instruments, how did they perform the past weeks, and what we expect going forward. All right, so guys, before we move forward, please take note. We do have the early Black Friday special. So it is a month of November, so we've decided to give it to you guys here. You can get up to 50% sale on, especially on our educational content, and that is a recurring, especially on the monthly plan. So if you purchase a monthly plan at a discounted price, that will be recurring month to month. All right, so guys, if you wish to contact us for our contact details, please do refer to our YouTube page. So especially if you go and click on the weekly videos there, so below that you're gonna get our contact details. That will be my WhatsApp and also Victor Manena as well, and you can also get hold of us on our social media pages, and also you can also email us as well on info at trading-waves.com. So if you've got any inquiries regarding our services. Right, so while we are still there, our next course will start on the 5th of December. So for all those that are interested in knowing how to analyze the market using the Elliott wave theory, you can book your seat there. The course will be conducted by Victor himself. Right. So you don't have to wait for that date exactly. I always say that when you purchase the course now, the beauty of it that you get access to our pre-recorded versions, so that by the time we're doing the live version, if just in case if you've got any question, then you can ask those during the live one. All right, so let's get started and let's have a look at the market. So starting with the DXY. From last week, we saw what happened last week with the, or not that week, that other week. I showed you how we expected the market. So the whole of last week, those moves were being retraced. So there's nothing much that has happened, but we will just be reminding you that as for the DXY, the main idea still remain the same. I would still love to see the DXY that it drop lower here. I wouldn't want to see this coming around this swing high. Remember that we've been looking at this here to be in a 5-wave move to the downside, and then this to be a 335 expanding flat corrective structure. Now we do believe that against these swing highs here, this should start to give us a drop to the down side. So that is still the main idea on the DXY. We are still looking for this one to drop even further to the down side. So like I said, you can always refer back to the previous weeks what we expected on the or on the instrument as a whole. The very same thing with the Euro US dollar here. The two instruments are negatively correlated. So if we are expecting that the DXY must give us a drop, so Euro US dollar, we've been looking at this one to make a move to the upside, still looking at this here to be an expanding flat corrective structure. We're still looking for a move that is going to be related to this one here. So the main idea is for this one to make a move to the upside. Now we are starting very correctively here, but guess what? A lot of people did not see this move coming that other week. When they saw this move here, yes, it was looking correctively here, but this is so common that you're gonna get the market to give you this move here that are corrective, just to get everybody deceived, or just to deceive everybody here. Obviously, once you start to see this here, you are definitely looking for this bearish move. The only time that you see that this is making a move is probably when we get somewhere on this area here. That's when you start to say, oh, this has made a move, and that's where a lot of people get left and they start chasing the markets around this area here, only to find out that the market is pulling back on them, and then before it continue, and then you just get wrecked around this here when the market does this. But as far as it is here, as long as this swing low is still holding here, we're gonna be looking at the Euro US dollar that it should still continue with the move to upside. Just zooming into this, you will see that something is forming here. This is a corrective structure is forming around this area here. So this is happening across the board on the US dollar pairs. Go and look out for these corrective structures. Once you get these here, we will be looking for these to continue with the move to the up side. So if you've been following these videos, I think you will understand why I keep on looking for this move, because ever since we are back with this free content, I've been calling for this move to the up side. Right, so your pound US dollar, obviously, this is positively correlated as well with the Euro US dollar, or just say it's negatively correlated to the DXY. So I've been talking about this year that we've made a move to the upside here, made this move to the upside here, and then we made this three-way move structure here. We had this move. Now, I do believe that this pullback has been correcting this swing, this price from this swing low to this swing high here. We should eventually get this one to make a move to the up side. Now, while we're still here, what could make this drop is only if we're having something like this. This be your 1, your 2 here, your wave 3 here, this being your wave 4, and then this has formed a fifth wave here, this being our wave 5. If that's the case, remember the structure that I've been showing on a pound CAD. I've got a very detailed free content videos on our channel, guys, so you can utilize those. So if that video on pound CAD, it is showing pound CAD that pound CAD might have done a move to the upside and is going to give us a structure like this, maybe a pullback here and then drop and then this move to the upside. Now, I might be wrong with this one here, and then instead of this being correcting higher here or moving higher in a WXY, only to find out that this is a 1, your 2, your 3 here, and then this to be our wave 4, and then this being a fifth wave. If that's the case, then pound US dollar might still drop. This might be a move to the upside here. This made a 3-wave move to the upside here, and it still drop lower like this, and then we see that move to the upside. But before I jump into that conclusion, I have to see these swing lows being taken out. No doubt, this has made it what looks like a 3-wave move structure. If you zoom into this here, depending what you are looking for, one could just look and say, oh, this is an A here, this is a wave B here, this is a wave C that has been here. So this is will be expected to drop. Yes, if we are looking at this to be a correction, then this will drop. But I don't want to jump into conclusion and say this is going to drop from here, because I expect that the DXY must drop to the downside, so the US dollar code pairs will be expected that they will eventually make that move to the up side. So I'm still looking at this being your wave 1 here, wave 2 here, this should be now wave 1. These are the moves that caught off guard the majority of the people, because I saw a lot of people they were looking at this, that this is our wave 1, this is our wave 2 here, we're gonna get this to be a wave 3, and eventually we saw this move to the up side, and that's what I've been preaching, that we should see this move to the upside. Yeah, now this looks like structure. It won't be a surprise if this from here it start to make this move to the up side, unless of course if it come to this swing low here, that's when I will look at this here to be a 3-wave move structure. That will mean we are going to drop before we can actually get the move to the up side. But my preferred view is that we see your pound US dollar to be continuing to the up side. US dollar chief, obviously I've been talking about this one here for quite some time. Actually, I should not be spending much time to make this video long, because I've been talking about this move to the downside here, 5-wave move, expanding flat corrective structure here, similar to the DXY. So we're looking at this here to be started a move to the downside, this being your wave 1 here, and then obviously against this this that it should drop to the downside. So we are looking at this to drop lower here. The least that we can see here is maybe something like this, make a 3-wave move structure here, drop like this and move to the upside here, and then we still have this wave 1 here, and this being our wave 2, and then this drop lower. As long as the key level is going to be that swing high, if it holds below that swing high, we're going to be expecting to see more continuation move to the down side. Out of US dollar here, I showed you this one last week, how we expected that this was going to make a move to the upside. Made a move from these lows here. This is the move that it made. Move to the upside. This appears to be a 3-wave move for this structure here. We're simply waiting to see a move that is going to be related to this one here. So last week I showed you how we look at this to have been a 1, a 2 here, a 3, a 4 here, and how we expected this ending diagonal here. Eventually we saw this one breaking up. Now this has come down in what appears to be a sharp 3-wave move structure. As long as this swing low is going to hold, then we're going to be expecting that this will eventually make a move to the upside. If it breaks below this here, then it's going to be a different story. We will be very likely having the DXY as well to be breaking higher. But I still expect to see a move to the upside there on your Audi US dollar. So New Zealand US dollar, again here, we've had this one to have made an impulsively move to the upside here. Now we're simply looking at this to be a 3-wave move structure that is done here. Now last week I did show that we're looking at this to have been our wave 4, and we expected this drop, and then from here we wanted to see this move to the upside. Now we are getting this move. Yes, it would have been nice, to be honest, if this move, they made a move to the upside, come around this here, and then we have this V-shaped pattern here before we see this pullback. But obviously we've seen a pullback around this area here on a New Zealand US dollar. So going forward, I'll be looking at this. Just by looking at this, if you look at this, this is forming a three-wave move corrective structure. So it might drop a little bit here, and then against this swing low here, we start to see this move to the upside. So watch out for that one on your New Zealand US dollar. Right, so US dollar CAD, I've been talking about this one here. Obviously, technically, we have been looking at this that it should make a move to the upside. Not a surprise that we are seeing this move higher here. But again, based on the correlation, if the DXY drops, something is going to drive your US dollar CAD that it is going to drop to the down side. Who knows? Maybe Brent crude oil might make a move from where it is, and then we see your US dollar CAD to be dropping while the DXY is dropping, and then we just see a heavy drop here. Remember last week I did mention that I also look at the possibility that what could cause a US dollar CAD to drop, and structurally was this, that we could be having a structure like this here, not a nice one here, and then we have this one to drop lower, only to find out that this is yet to come back around this swing low here. Then we see this move to the up side. But for now here, because we have been looking at this from these lows, this to be trading up impulsively as our wave one. So that's what we have been looking at, this being our possible wave one. Now we saw a drop that other week here. Now this has retraced back impulsively here. I wanted to see this retracing in a three-wave move, and then this to drop, at least for this to drop lower here, and then this move continues higher. Now, since I've got a possibility that this might drop all the way to the downside, I've been saying to our member that we need to see this here. We get a three-wave move structure here, then we need to look short this. Obviously, we will be shorting this here as an A here, wave B here, and then this to be our wave C. But we're shorting this just to position ourselves if this just continues all the way to the downside, if the other US dollar pairs are making a move to the up side. But I wouldn't want to see this swing high being taken out, and then this might start to drop. Yeah, we are seeing a very nice bearish pin bar candle on a 4-hour time frame. Let me see this on a daily here. Daily looks good. Yeah, there is a bearish pin bar candle here, so this might start to drop from here on a US dollar CAD. But like I always say, we're simply looking for this, and equal legs to this one here is all that we are looking for. If it drops here, then we will be able to hold on to this. But if we get to the equal legs, majority of the profit will be taken off. Like we take off like your 80% off here, and leave the 20% to keep on running here. Obviously, when it comes here forming a three-wave move, I always say this to my to the guys that you might take a 20% trade. The one that is left already here will be still active, and then the one that will be here, if you buy this here, must be active. Whichever gets invalidated, and then we go with the other one. Obviously, we would have taken the majority of the profit around this area. But enough about that for now. I just want to see. I'm very looking forward to next week on a US dollar CAD. Yeah, like I've said it, very likely that this is going to start to drop from here, especially against this swing high. US dollar JPY, this has came up very impulsively here, so we might see a little bit of an extension to the upside here, unless of course if this starts to drop from here. If we can just at least have an impulsively move, then this is what I would love to see going forward on the US dollar JPY. But looking at it here from the daily time frame, this is what I've been expecting, that this made a drop to the downside here. I have not been expecting that this was going to take this high. Obviously, it has not taken this high. It is still missing here, so it can still drop from here. It's just that the way this has retraced here, it is almost like 95% retracement here. So it might as well just at least maybe swing fade this high here, and then that's when maybe it might start to drop. So be careful with that one. It might just go a little bit up here and then swing fail this high, and then start to give us a drop lower. But I would expect that this is going to eventually make a move to the down side. Right, so pound yen, I showed you last week here that how we've made this move to the upside here. Where here when I said we should be getting a move to the upside, yeah, but that move to the upside, it should be kept above this. So made a drop to the downside here. We made a three-wave move. We were here when I shared the chart of the pound yen. So this has made over 600 pips move. Now I want to see this drop from here. Can it make a move to the upside and invalidate this here? It can. Swing fail this high, just like your pound, your US dollar, your US dollar yen. Swing fail the high here, and then maybe start to give us this drop. Now the main ideas for this one that we should be looking for a selling opportunity, but obviously we have to get some confirmation. So it will be nice that we at least get an impulsively move, even if you are trying to get an early entry here. I've been saying this to the guys: if this is kept below this swing high here, we still need to get something that will be confirming, at least if we can get a move, come around this area here and start to see this pullback, that will be almost confirming that it's ready for a drop to the down side. Obviously, first target will be somewhere around here because this could be just a structural level. Make a move to the upside, through a move here, can drop and come around this area here and make this move to the up side. That's why I'm saying this is going to be a structural level. But other than that, I want to see a big bearish move to a downside on your pound yen. Right, so Euro JPY, we are expecting this one that it will drop soon here, but we need to see some confirmation. Again, yeah, I was just simply looking at this last move. Just this last leg, yeah, this is what I was looking at. If you can get this one at the equal legs, yeah, I will be expecting that from there it will start to give us a move to the up, to a move to the down side, rather. Just a minute, guys. Right, so that's what I'm looking at the Euro JPY, but it obviously it has to do some confirmation. I'm not even rushing to sell this or to try and pick the high here. I'm gonna wait for this. If once it start to give us an impulsively move, then that's when I can start to look for this bearish move to the down side. Chief Yen, I wanted this to drop against this swing high here, but looks like we are going to see one more leg to the up side. So if you've been following this chart on the social media, so the update will be this. The very likely that this might have made a 1-2 here, wave 3. This could just be our wave 4 here. We might see maybe a little bit of a move to the upside, one more leg up here. But eventually, I'm going to be expecting that this is going to start to drop to the downside. What might hold this not to immediately drop, especially if there's nothing that is going to happen on the yen pairs. I'll be expecting that the yen pairs are going to do something, some drops that are going to come on the yen pairs. Other than that, US dollar chief keep on dropping to the down side until it complete that drop. Then when it start to make a move to the upside, that's when you can see maybe an aggressive move to the downside on your chief yen. So we'll see how is that going to perform. But we've got a very strong divergence on the daily time frame. Just watch out for that one. The divergence that we are seeing on your Euro JPY, your chief yen on the daily time frame, that could be telling us that there is a big move that is coming to the yen pairs to the down side. Right, so CAD yen, I've spoken about this one here, that just by looking at the structure here, might not be a surprise that you get this one here to drop maybe lower here in a three-way move. But we are seeing here, what I don't want to see right now is for this to come around this high here. I want to see this drop, whether this is going to drop back to this structural level here or it's going to drop all the way to the downside. I just want to see this one here dropping. But zooming into this here, obviously, this looks like it is forming a flat corrective structure here. So we had this move to the downside here, which was impulsively moved, and all of a sudden we saw this. Unless, of course, if this is just was a sharp three-way move, this drop here and terminating at the 0.618, and then this just makes a move to the upside, then that is going to be what could cause your CAD yen to come and take this high. But other than that, I would still love to see this here may drop to the downside, three-wave move up here, a drop to the downside, and then this move to the upside here, form this flat corrective structure here. Even if it wants to make a move to the upside, at least it must do this, must drop lower here, and then maybe you have this as your A here, this being wave B, and then this to be your wave C. And then maybe that's when we can expect that it can make that move to the upside. But as it stands for now, it would be nice if this can just take this high out here and then start to give us this drop to the down side. Right, so your Audi, your New Zealand yen, you saw this one here last week. Like I've said, that this might be a move to the upside here, especially if it came down aggressively to the upside here. So this was the not a nice of the structure here, but I'm looking at this here to have been the flat corrective structure here. So we are looking at this that it should make a move to the upside. Obviously, made a move to the upside that looks impulsive. So if it does pull back, this three-wave move pull back against this swing lows there, then that is going to be a buying opportunity to the upside on your New Zealand yen. Especially that we expect out the US dollar and New Zealand US dollar to make a move to the upside, then these two yen pairs, they will be supported with the move to the upside. We could even be having something like this to be your wave one, your two here, this being your three and the four here, one more leg up before maybe you can see a deeper pullback and a continuation move to the up side. Out the yen will be the same as well. Obviously here, like I've indicated, that we are expecting this one as well to make a move to the up side. Now, the interesting part with this one is that it has made this move from these lows a year. This looks like a 1-2-1-2. This is in play. Your wave one a here. This to have been your wave two here, wave one. Then this being your wave two here. Let me get a different color. So we could be having this one to have been our wave one. So this could just be a three-wave move a here. Then we get this one to be a 1-2-1-2 a here. So watch out for this one. As long as it still hold against this swing low here, then we'll be looking at this to be a 1-2-1-2, and then this move to the up side. I hate to look at it this way here. I wouldn't want to look at it this way. This should have been an ABC, but if this is an ABC here, this being an ABC here, then that will mean this might still come down here. But obviously, this has to make sense to the left-hand side of the chart. What makes sense for me now that this being a three-wave move, and then we see a continuation move to the upside on your Audi here. So Euro Audi, you saw this one here, how we've been traded this one for the bearish move to the downside, but now it has reversed all those gains. Now, what looks like it is happening here is exactly what is happening on your pound Audi. No doubt, this still dropped what looks like as again a five-wave move to the downside here. Now, what we've seen here that this has made a move to the upside. This has came down in a three-wave move. This being on ABC, it might not be clear if you are not familiar with the wave count, but this might be the case here. Give us this one more leg up here, but then one more leg up. Still wouldn't want to see that swing high being taken out. So this could just be a three-wave move structure here. Then we eventually start to get this one to drop lower. Obviously, the two instruments are positively correlated. Euro New Zealand, on the other hand, here, this one here, on the other hand, it is holding here. It has made this impulsively move to the upside here. Obviously, we have been looking at this to an expanding flat that has got an extended C wave move here. But with the pound Audi making a move to the upside, this could still be a move to the upside here. Made a drop in a three-wave move. I would still want to see this maybe drop in a three-wave move, and then maybe this here, but again, not against this swing high, and then we get this one to drop. That is the style that we might play at. But from where it is, my preferred view is that from here, this must drop here. So this could be a move, a wave one here, this being our wave two. If that's the case, it should not come to this high here, and then this drop to the down side. That's my preferred view on your Euro New Zealand. It should be supported by US dollar, by your New Zealand US dollar by making a move to the upside. As for Euro CAD, I showed you this one here that the view has changed. Yeah, I wanted to see this one to drop as far as the equal legs here, but missed the equal legs here, and then it has eventually started to make this move to the upside. Now, if you zoom into this here, you will see this is forming what looks like a five-wave move impulsively here. Wave one, your two here, your three here, might be a wave four, and then this to be a wave five. Must give us a little bit of a move to the upside here. If that's the case, then we should be seeing a pullback that will be retracing this cycle from this low to this highs here, or it might even just drop from here. But a three-wave move pullback against this swing low here, we're simply looking for a continuation move to the upside on your Euro CAD. As for Euro Chief, I still wanted to see this one to drop lower. As mentioned last week, somebody on the comments mentioned that, is this not done? Is it not time for a move to the upside? Yeah, it could be done, but it would have been nice if its swing fell this low. Yeah, because that would make sense that below this there is some liquidity that needs to be grabbed here before a move to the upside. So that's why I prefer that this is still going to make a move to the upside downside. Yeah, it's either this is gonna play this way here and this will have drop, make this move here, come and have this flat corrective structure here before the drop. Or alternatively, the next structure, if it invalidates this swing high here, then you might have to look at this. Your one, your two here, your wave three here, your wave four here, and this to be our wave five, and then this becomes a three-wave move structure. Only if it take this high, and then you might be seeing a three-wave move structure, and then that will be very likely your A here or wave B here, and this drop in your wave C before the actual move to the upside. That's the preferred view that will be next if we check out this invalidation level. But if this is done with the move to the upside, yeah, to the downside, and it's time for the move higher, then it's easy. This is what we do: make a move to the upside, invalidate this here, pull back, be a wave one or an A here, and then this being a wave B or your wave two here, then we're gonna buy this here, whether we're buying for a C wave move or we're buying for a third wave move to the up side. So we just need to see this one here. If we take this high here, pulling back in a third move, then we're gonna look for that buy. Like I've said, it will be for a wave C or we will be in a wave three. The market will tell. Right, so euro pound on the other hand here, this is very likely. I wanted to see this dropping lower here, but it has not done so. Now I think it would make sense. Now go on the on the channel here. You will see some very free content, especially on the pound pairs and gold as well. I'm expecting that the pound pairs has made this move. Yeah, I'm expecting this move on the pound pairs, majority of them, before they move to the upside. So if that's the case, would make sense that your euro pound, it is not done yet, made a drop to the downside here, made a move to the upside, move lower here. This might just continue, come around this high here, and then build this flat corrective structure here before it can drop. Now that will make sense based on what we are expecting on those pound pairs. So there is a possibility that this might still continue, come and take this high here before we can start to see a drop to the downside. So expect more continuation move to the upside going for to this week. Now, pound Audi, I can't say much on this one. Yeah, I've made a video on a pound Audi that we were expecting this. Go and check out on the our YouTube channel. Yeah, there's something that is going to be very nice on these pound pairs. But obviously, everything that is nice move, it needs to take some patience, or needs to take some time of building up. I still expect that this is going to drop. Look no further than this year. Three-wave move to the upside that we're seeing here. We need a correction that is going to correct this whole move from this low here. Now, the nice part about this one is that it has even made it simple. Came down impulsively, yeah. Maybe if it came down through a move, would be a bit tricky because it can come down through a move and then it could say, I'm already done here. But because this came down impulsively here, now we still need to see an impulsively move that is going to be related to this one here. And it will make sense that we get that move. So that's why I still look at this. On my latest video on a pound Audi, I did show that I still expect that this is going to come around this area, yeah, before a drop to the downside. And that's when we're looking about 1,000 pips drop before we can even talk about just 3,000 to 4,000 pips move to the upper side. I'm not going to explain it further. Go and check out that video on our YouTube channel. And please do make sure that you press that like button and also the subscribe button there. Obviously, if you like our content, guys, give us a thumbs up. Feel free to give us some comments there as well so that we can engage on the channel. The same thing applies with the pound New Zealand. The two instruments are positively correlated. So if you expect that your pound out is going to pull back, same thing applies here. Three-wave move to the upside here. We need to see a pullback. That's why I still expect to see this drop here. Whether this is going to start from making a move to the upside here, that still needs to be seen. But this move, we should get it to the downside before the move to the upside. Yeah. If you don't make money on the pound pairs, I don't know. Okay, but those structures are going to play out. Watch out for those. Pound Chief, the latest video that I dropped was on a Pound Chief a year when we were looking for this move to the upside. Made about 1,400 pips move to the upside a year, and then I still expect to see those move to the upside. Now, the question is, has this started with the move to the upside from these lows a year? Was made this move here. I'm not even going to detail this one. I showed you. Go and check out that video there, and I'm expecting that this must make a move to the upside. Yeah, right, exactly from this area. Yeah, we traded this move to the upside. Now we are here. Are we pulling back for the throw move structure? Are we going to see this move here? Go and watch out for that video. But that's what I'm expecting going forward on your pound chief. Again, your pound cat, I did mention, you will need to follow that video back to back, just to flip it if you're not sure about this here. But I've spoken about this several times. Made a move to the upside here from this low to this high here. Now we need to correct this whole move. We've dropped in a three-wave move. But does this have a right look? Make a move to the upside here? For me, nope. That's why I still expect that this is going to drop in a three-way move structure like this before we can see a move to the upside. So from this high to this low here, there was about 993 pips move from here. Now I expect, now go and watch out that video as well. Again there. So if you watch that video, you should already be in a profit already here. But this is what I expect going forward. I'm not even going to explain it yet. Three-way move to the upside here. We've taken this through a move from this low. We've taken back into the area of a blue box that produced about 400 something pips. You can refer on our social media pages or that video. Now we expect to see that drop of 900 pips. When this keeps giving you the drop here, I'm gonna give you an update. Something that will loom if you're gonna miss this year. Something that will come around this that will trigger a big one to the down side. I will give you an update once that does happen. But for now, expect more drop to the downside on your pound cat. The pound pairs across the board, they are looking very interesting. Audi cat, don't look further than this daily time frame. That's what I've showed you, this on the Audi CAD and also on the New Zealand CAD here. Made this move to the downside, to the upside here, and then three-wave move corrective structures. This looks done. We're simply looking for the move that is going to be related to this one here. I'm just going to leave it there on these cross pairs. Not my favorite one, but they are looking very interesting. Same thing here. What do we have? A nice impulsively move. This looks done here. Is it done? Or is it just going to do us one more leg lower here? But the move that we are looking for is going to be this one here. So once you look at this structure here, this should be enough that you can make money just by coming back to around this high. Right. So the precious metal gold, I've spoken about this one several times. Drop a video, one of my favorite instruments that I always look at. Now, talking about that, this is the chart that I've posted this chart here. I've spoken about it. I've created a video here that I expect gold. Look at the chart. It was posted on the 5th of November here, where that against this swing high here, gold should drop and come around your 1933 area. Pull the fibs, you will see what is happening in the 1933 area here. That's why I expect the first leg to terminate. This has dropped about 600 pips move from this high to around this area here. Now going forward, what do I expect? I'm still following this chart here. Don't look further than just go into that channel again, guys. Go and look at this. This is the video that I'm referring to here. Gold video. This is a massive update that I said here on a gold. Watch out for this video here. Go and go back to it and watch it again. You will see how we have been able to predict that move on gold. So going forward, what do I expect on gold? Like I've said it, I'm following the chart. A pullback needs to be seen here. Made a drop of a 5-wave move to the downside here, this being your 5-wave move. Now, this is the nice part about this, that it has made this impulsive, but I'm going to show you something that could cause gold to make a move to the upside from here. And then don't just pull back, okay? This has made it through a move higher. This could be a 5-wave move. It can be an expanding flat, yeah, and then make this move, yeah. It's just that I want to see that deeper correction coming around your 56.1.8. I expect that from here, if you pull your fibs from this range here, the price must get to around your 56.1.8 already in a 3-wave move. If it gets to 56.1.8 impulsively, watch out for this. Flat corrective structure might be in play and it might be time for this move to the upside. Yeah, you might want to rewind that and hear me there clearly. Now I'm looking for this one to make a 3-wave move structure to the upside, and then this here, your wave A here, wave B here, and then this to have been wave C. So this is what I'm looking at, your A, B, C. Then I'm gonna be looking for the continuation move to the upside. Like I've said it, I'm not even gonna explain it further. Go to that video and watch it out. Silver, positive correlation to gold here, made a nice impulsive move from these lows here, and now this has made a pullback. Now this is where it gets interesting. Yeah, silver made a move to the upside. Silver is committed a 3-wave move pull back to the downside. Yeah. What's going to happen with silver if gold says I'm going to make that deep correction? Expect at least a 3-wave move bounce on a silver and then a continuation lower to the downside before we can expect a move to the upside. Alternatively, silver says I'm ready for an impulsively move. Do not allow gold to play out that 3-wave move structure. Gold must play that flat corrective structure like that, and then it must make a move to the upside. Then allow silver just make this move to the upside. Yeah. So we just have to see both these instruments, what language will they talk to us, which one is going to respond to which one. Yeah, but silver here looks good that it is ready for a move to the upside here. But like I've said it, if it bounces up in a 3-wave move here, then expect to see 3-wave move corrective structure again. That will be your W here, this being your wave X here, then this to be our wave Y before this move to the upside. But like I've said it, do not forget, silver, it is done with this 3-wave move corrective structure. It can just make a move to the upside. Yeah, you just have to know that the two instruments have got that positive correlation. Platinum, on the other hand, that other week I showed you that this was expected to drop lower here and form this ending diagonal here. For some reason, it started to make this move to the upside. Yeah, But this is what I've always wanted, this to be on 2, 3, 4 here, and with a 5 here. This is what I wanted to see. Now this looks like it has ending diagonal. We might start to see this one bouncing higher. Yeah, you get a bounce to the upside here through a pullback. You're simply looking for this buying opportunity to the upside on your platinum. Brent crude oil, I can't say much on this one here. I think I did show you this here. I think I did. If I did not show you, you can refer to our social media pages where I showed, this was the chart that I showed on the Brent crude oil. It went into this area of a blue box here, and then we took this short move to the downside. Now this has dropped, and it is somewhere around this area here. It is at the critical level where this can just be a three-wave move lower here, a three-wave move to the upside here, three-wave move lower here, and then this just bam, make that move to the upside here. So be careful with the Brent crude oil going forward to this week here. But like I've said it, we've been able to trade this for this bearish move to the downside here, exactly in that area of a blue box. Coming to the live chart, where were we with that blue box? We were somewhere around this area here. So we've dropped here. Now, like I've always said it, in the members area, we discussed this, that Brent crude oil has come to the critical area. We're just being mindful of this. Three-wave move to a downside, three-wave move higher here, then this could just be a three-wave move to the downside here. And then this is ready for this move to the upside. So watch out for that one on your Brent crude oil. Natural gas, this looks very good here. I might be hardly discussing this here, but structurally, this looks very good. Made a nice three-wave move structure here. So this might be ready for a move to the upside. Watch out for that one on a natural gas. Obviously, a confirmation would be nice here, whether it be an impulsively move or you use a specific indicator. We use a special indicator that tells us when when these moves are ready to make the major move. As for the NASDAQ here, I've talked about this one several times. I'm going to show you something here that I always speak about in the group. Gold made this move to the upside here on a daily time frame, and we have this fractal. I don't think that should be that name should be familiar if you are into trading. So the market moves in a fractal. Now look at this here, from this high to this low here. We've got this. This is what I wanted. Let me see here. Okay, let me take this here. So I'm just looking at this from this level here. Gold played this structure on a daily time frame, then the indices are playing this very structure on the on the 1 hourly time frame. So this is the move for gold that we saw here, and then I always speak about this when it comes to these indices here. Look at the indices here. They are playing this structure. So this was the trade setup from the blue box on your NASDAQ here. This has made a nice move to the upside here. Now I'm gonna paste this now. I hope this does not come on. Okay, there you go. So if you look at this here, this, like I've said it, it played out on the daily time frame on gold. Now it is playing here on this 1 hourly time frame. Look at this drop here. Let me try and fit this. I hope I'm able to do this here nicely, but if it doesn't, okay, that looks better there. Now if you look at this, it is playing out on the 1 hourly time frame. Now I'm gonna put it aside here. Now a lot of people are looking at this here, that the indices were going to drop from here, and I've been preaching this, that the indices are going to make a move to the upside, very likely come and check out this high. Remember that gold was here. We wanted to see it pull back from gold here, and then gold made this move to the upside here until it check out the highs that were here. So those highs on gold on a daily time frame are in line with these highs here on the 1 hourly time frame. So it was not a surprise that we are seeing the indices to be making a pump to the upside here. Now that was the chart that I had there on the indices, but I still expect to see more bullish move to the upside back to the 4 hour time frame. Like it was not a surprise for me that on Friday we saw this move here. So I still expect that this is going to make a move to the upside. The nice thing about this, very nice V-shaped pattern here, confirmation that the trend has reversed to the upside. So pullbacks, if we do see them here, that it will be a buying opportunity for a move to the upside. But like I've said it, very likely take this high here, pull back just like gold, bam, make that move to the upside. Right, so that will be the same as well with your Dow Jones. Has made again here. There was a nice blue box trade setup that we had as well here. maybe let me show you this 1 hourly time frame. This is simply what we look for here. Three-wave move into the blue box, bam, we got that move to the upside here. The very same thing here that we saw on your S&P 500, three-wave move into the blue box here, trade setup, bam, we're getting this move to the upside. So these move to the upside, it applies across the board on all these indices here. So I expect to see the indices continue with the move to the upside. Yeah, obviously, like I've said it, a three-wave pullback, if we do see it here, V-shaped pattern, trend confirmation that it has reversed. We're generally looking for this pullback and then that move to the upside. The same thing with your DAX here, simply looking at this one here, made a nice move into the blue box as well here. After we look at this to have been a three-wave move. Three-wave move here, we're simply looking for this one. Yet to make a V-shaped pattern to the upside here, it would be nice if it can get to around these highs before we can expect this pullback. But a confirmation, a continuation move to the upside is all that we're looking for here. UK 100 made a three-wave move to the blue box here, but it has just reversed that. But the three-wave move that we've looked at here was for this one. Now it has made a three-wave move here. Bam, that's what we're looking for, a move to the upside against this swing low. The very same thing applies with your Nikkei here. Nice move that is completed. I've shown you this strategy several times. This is what we've been looking at. We're simply looking for a continuation move to the upside here. And the last one, your NIFTY, that even had a recent blue box here that was shared on the social media pages. We're simply looking for this one. Three-wave move went into the blue box. We are getting this move to the upside, and we're simply looking for the continuation move to the upside. I can't say much when it comes to the cryptocurrencies. I've talked about this one several times, that your Bitcoin should still continue with the move to the upside. A recent trade that we had here on a Bitcoin was when we saw this three-wave move into this area here. I remember very well, you might have seen this one here. I've showed it several times. This has made a very big move to the upside here, over $1,000 move that we've seen on the Bitcoin. So going forward here, simply looking for a continuation move to the upside until it gets to your 40 or around your 50 area. Maybe that's when we can start to look at the possibility of a drop. But for now, going forward, we're simply looking for Bitcoin that it should make a move to the upside. We can see maybe this made a drop here, and then this. Then we might maybe see a structure here and then that move to the upside. The one that I've been preaching about here has been Ethereum. Go and watch out for the video the past 2 weeks where I've spoken about this, that your Ethereum, your Bitcoin has been our indicator that what will happen with Ethereum. We were here if Bitcoin made a move to the upside, and like I said, it just follow what Bitcoin made. Did here. That's what you're going to see on Ethereum. It has done so, made a move to the upside, and I've been talking about the $2,000 a year. Now we are seeing some reaction. Three-wave move put back, bam, we're looking for that move to the upside on your Bitcoin. Yeah, I can't even say much. Your Litecoin here, I've spoken about this one several times, that we look at this structure several times, that this has made an expanding flat corrective structure here. We're simply looking for this move higher. It's just a matter of time. This will make a move to the upside and eventually come around these swing highs here. And the last one, obviously, that will be your Ripple. I've spoken about this 40 cents area that it has been holding, and we should see a move to the upside here. A nice sharp three-wave move structure that I have been talking about here all along. Made a nice three-wave move structure here. We're simply looking for this one. Eventually, we should be getting this one to around the $1 area here. You'll see that it even here on the lower time frame, this has made a nice three-wave move structure here. Made a nice three-wave move pullback. Spoke about this in the members area when we're here, that we should get this one to drop first before I move to the upper side. So this is what we're going to be looking for. Made a three-wave move here. If you pay too much attention this year, made a three-wave move here, might not be a surprise that you still get this three-wave move lower here. Then this being simply being your W here, your wave X, and then this to be your wave Y. Right, guys, from my side, that's all what I wanted to share with you. If you like our content, please, if you like our content, you can just subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also press that like button, and make sure, and then that ring bell button, so that every time when you release those free content, you are notified. Please help us grow the YouTube page at least. Obviously, we've got two YouTube pages. We've got the one that is an Elliott wave analyst that is directed to me. So help that YouTube page to grow at least to get to about 5,000 subscribers for now. All right, guys. Cheers, everybody, and have a good one. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.